Hi, Ken Gosnell here with the C12 group. I'm coming to you today from Frederick, Maryland. I just finished a roundtable with some key executives and leaders of one of our great companies. We've been talking about for the last several hours what great leaders do and ways to lead more effectively and have better influence into our company organization. Our key player program is actually one of the most exciting, dynamic programs that's ever been offered as part of a CEO roundtable. It was actually at the suggestion of some of our C12 members where they wanted to learn how to penetrate and take some of the information that we have and filtrate that through the entire organization. And so every month we bring together some of the key executives, key leaders of organizations together in a roundtable so that they can assist the business owner to lead at a higher level and to take this information and make an impact in the organization. One of the topics we've been talking about recently is what great leaders do. And I wrote an article not too long ago called Great Leaders or Great CEOs Challenge Themselves. And I outlined in that article 5 areas that every great CEO should challenge themselves. Great CEOs don't settle. They don't look at what they are or what they have been. They look at what they could be. They strive for more. They try to become the best leader that they can be. John Maxwell has taught us that the toughest person to lead in any organization is ourselves. And Albert Schweitzer reminds us that we can't solve today's problems with the same type of thinking that created the same problems that we now face. And so we've got to challenge ourselves to lead at a higher level. I think one of the areas that every great CEO should challenge themselves is to think more deeply. It's easy for a leader or a CEO to stay in the shallow pool of their own thinking. But we know that when we get into the deeper pools of thinking, we all of a sudden can lead at a higher level. We read better books. We put ourselves in different experiences. We challenge ourselves with the best thinking of those around us. We sit in a CEO roundtable with other business owners and hear their thoughts and their learnings and their information so that we can lead at a higher level as well. I think, secondly, great CEOs learn to challenge themselves to be more lavish with their praise. One of the most important roles that any CEO or business owner plays is that as the chief encouragement officer. How to inspire others, how to encourage them to lead at a higher level for themselves. And, it's easy for us to always be focused on the critical or the negative, but not always praise the positive and encourage the behaviors that we want repeated. I think thirdly that every great CEO should learn to learn more quickly. We live at such a high rate of speed today. And change happens so quickly. Learning is coming at us more fast today than we've ever anticipated or thought. And so one of the great things that great CEOs do is they learn more quickly. They assimilate information and they apply it into their businesses at a higher rate of speed. And so the more information that we can learn at a quicker rate and the more that we can apply, we'll be better as leaders and our companies will be more effective as well. And then I also think great CEOs challenge themselves to lead more boldly. They don't settle for the easy decisions. They make courageous decisions, the tough decisions. They challenge themselves to do what's right, not what's easy. And then lastly, great CEOs challenge themselves to rest more frequently. Now tomorrow we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, and it's a time to pause, to be away from our businesses, to give thanks for all that we've been blessed in our life with. Rest is one of those important days in our calendar, and sometimes it's easy to overlook. It's easy for CEOs to simply burn the candle at both ends. And yet, we know that we're more effective and we're better when we rest more frequently. And so tomorrow, I want to encourage you to practice that resting mentality. Take the day off, rest, so that when you come back to work, either Monday or potentially Friday, that you come renewed, refreshed, and ready to take on and tackle the issues that may face you and your company. I get this principle from the Bible. One of the greatest leaders of all time, a man by the name of David, he wrote a series of Psalms. And in that Psalm, one of the Psalms that he wrote was Psalm 61 and verse 2, where it simply says, Lord, help me to reach the rock that is higher than I. Here's the question for us to examine today. Have you settled in your leadership? Have you forgotten to be challenged? Have you not been put into a situation or around people that have challenged you to lead at a higher level? I want to encourage you to get involved with the C12 Roundtable. It's a once-a-month experience where we gather CEOs together around a table. They get to know each other in a very intimate way. They get to challenge each other in a very encouraging way to lead at the highest level. But they come into each month and they're challenged. They're challenged to be the leader that they've been designed to be. And I want to encourage you to get involved. You can click the link below and see about an upcoming roundtable that we have coming up in December where you'll be challenged. You'll be challenged to think about pay for performance. How do you do that in such a way in your companies that you're really rewarding the best behavior? And you're going to be challenged to look at your life over the past 12 months to see if you really had a good year. Did you live a balanced life? Did you place your priorities in the right place? And then you're going to be challenged to do some strategic planning for 2016 so that you can launch in the next year with the right focus and the right attitude and the right mentality, with the right skills, so that you can bring about the right results for yourself and your company. Click the link below to accept my invitation to come to a C12 Roundtable in December so that you can be challenged and your leadership will be better.